What did you just say? You don't want that on tape?
His most recent book, Tigers Under My Bed. The book is implemented at UCLA as a teaching tool for patients and caregivers. University of Southern California, where the book is to be integrated as a teaching material in postgraduate studies for social workers. Join me in welcoming Robert Scanlan.
My transplant story starts 17 years ago, March of 1998. I was living the American dream. I had good health, loving family, a beautiful home in Westlake Village, California. I was up in the pre-dawn hours, getting ready for work, and my wife says, "Honey." Now, any of you who have been married and your spouse says, "Honey," so yeah, it gets me right about here until I find out what the follow-on's going to be. And sure enough, it came. Better exercise a little more. You're getting round in the tummy. And it's even worse when you look in the mirror and you can't deny it. She's right. And how does a woman 20 feet away in a darkened room see better than what I can see standing right in front of the mirror? Never figured that one out. And I couldn't understand how this could be happening. Well, the next day it was rounder still, and on Wednesday we went to the doctor. I had nothing to share with him, no history, never been in a hospital. Big orange eyeballs, pot belly hanging over my belt. I now weighed 25 pounds more than I had just a few days previous at the doctor's office. A few hours later, I was walking down the hall with an aide, and I had one of those blue gowns, those flimsy little blue gowns. I think you're all familiar with them, you know, the kind that doesn't quite tie in the back. You've been there? Yeah, I was carrying one of those, and it was going to be the centerpiece of my wardrobe for longer than I could possibly imagine. And the rest of the day was a procession of white jackets running through. And at the end of the day, I met my new best friend. And he said, "Your liver is in total failure. We don't know why. We'll do our best to keep you alive day to day. There's no fixing it. There's no cure for it. The only thing we can do is get you a transplant. So we're going to try to get you on a transplant waiting list and keep you alive day to day as best we can." And my wife jumped out of her chair. She said, "Al, don't pray that he gets better. Pray he gets a transplant." In pain and delirious and waiting for the magical call that said an organ's available. Explain to you what a waiting list is for organ transplant. It's not at all like a waiting list that we might be accustomed to. It's not go in the bakery or the deli and take your number, and then when your number's called, you're up. We've all seen that Geico commercial with Icky Woods, right? He gets his number called 44, and he goes, "Yes, we're going to have it. Get my cold cuts." It doesn't work that way with organ transplants. The way you get to the top of the list is you become the sickest person in your state. You see, it's the person that's closest to death that's going to get the next organ that becomes available. It's a very dangerous game. So if you are over 50, or if you love someone over 50, or if you have any plans of ever being 50, you want to be very aware of the changes that are possible and very likely under the new system and the direction we're headed. First wave of my personal tsunami hit me. On Wednesday night, I received another phone call, and that call was from my wife, and this was the call almost verbatim. "Bob, I'm not picking you up Friday to bring you home. I don't know what you're going to do. I can't take any more." Click. I was distraught. You know, every industry has its dirty little secrets, you know, sausage business or accounting or you name it. Everybody's got a little something going on that they don't want the whole world to really know about. One of the things in the transplant world is that the divorce rate for patients is about 50%. Life was good again. I could pay my bills, have a household, socialize with friends again. Was a protective member of the community, and that just felt good. I only had the pleasure of being with her for 4 more years after my transplant. She passed away to cancer. But we agreed that those last 4 years were the best 4 years of our life together, of our 40 years of life together.